Wow, we'd like to welcome you to this program, Voice in the Wilderness Live, um, a program that talks about different topical issues that affects the lives of children of God. Today, we shall be talking about rapid evolution of technology in the 21st century. Is AI a blessing or a curse? The worries of a child of God. And today on our program, we have somebody who is whom I would describe an erudite scholar. But you see, most importantly, what I value about him most is that he's a fine child of God. Who am I describing? And who is going to delve into the topical issue that we have today? He's none other than someone I refer to as MOG. Uh, I call him MOG because, like I said before, he's a fine child of God, and he's not like so many people who use science as an excuse to dismiss God, but he uses science, as a launch pad to further establish, you know, the universality of God and the ultimate power of God. Who am I talking about? Like I said before, his name is Engineer Theophilus Dada. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much for having me on this program. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure, and we thank you for honoring our call. We know that you are a man of many parts and you have tight schedules, but we thank God because you deemed it you honored us with your presence. You're welcome once again, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. So I think we'll dive straight into the topic. But before we do that, we'd like, to have a feel of your background. So give us a brief background of yourself, where you're from, schools that you have attended, and your areas of expertise. Thank you, sir.
Thank, thank you very much, our moderator. I want to extend my profound gratitude for this invitation and the opportunity to discuss issues that are of great importance to all of us on Earth presently. Because when when the use of a thing is not defined, abuse is
Is
not far away.
yeah, yeah.
But because we go on into that,
Mm,
my name, as it has been said, is Theophilus Olusegun Dada.
mm,
I studied electrical engineering from the University of Ilorin for my first degree, and for my second degree, the same electrical engineering. I did that in the University of Ibadan. And I have always have an interest in communication in general. That's telecommunications. You know, when you say telecommunication, it involves communication between you and a far distance fellow. And telecommunication also comprise astronomy. You know, how you get signal from the terrestrials, from the planetary bodies.
mm.
So communication in general, that is what I specialize in, and then I study almost every day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for giving us that brief background about yourself. Um, um, I'd like to know what, sometimes, say for instance, I don't know if it happens so much in Nigeria, But you find out that sometimes the Uyibos, okay, they say they want to study this particular thing. Maybe someone decides to study medicine because maybe a particular ailment runs in their family and the person wants to find a solution to it. Is there anything that actually informed, the area that you, I'm asking this question because um, I feel that um, it will impact, a variety of youths that possibly watching us right now. Is there anything that informed, your choice?
Thank you very much, the moderator.
Yes, sir.
You see, my choice of electrical engineering is actually informed by by my love for number. I love number so much. That is, when I say number, anything concerning number, mathematics and the rest, I like it too much. I will still remember up to today. I still remember when I was in SS1.
Okay.
SS1. I'm talking more than 30 years ago now.
Okay.
In our fellowship, a one brother like that came to us in our fellowship, came and asked us to say what we want to be in future. I remember that day that I said I want to become a computerist. I remember it today that I want to become a computer. Why? Because I like a situation where I'll be doing something here and someone far away will be feeling it. Will be feeling what I'm doing here. So I like that type of understanding, that type of knowledge. So as a result of that, I decided and said I will become a computerist because I know that when as a computerist, number one, you will know about the machine and you will know how to make sure two people in very far away distances can talk and do so many things together as if they are beside themselves. So this type of arrangement or this type of knowledge fascinates me too much. So as a result of that, I said I will be an engineer or a computerist. Of course, I eventually become an engineer, but I find that computer science is also embedded in electrical engineering.
Yeah,
and not just that alone. As I was growing up, and after even I finished studying this electrical engineering, I now discovered that so many people do not understand certain things.
Okay.
When I say so many people do not understand certain things, there are certain knowledge that you may not necessarily go and learn it, but you need someone around who will just give you summary and the nitty-gritty of what that thing is involved. That is the executive summary of certain areas of life is needed to be known. And meanwhile, if you don't understand it, you will not be able to explain to. For example, science. Science is an area of life that so many people need to understand, even though they may not study it, but they need someone who can explain in a simple way, and then they will understand the real essence of it, so that you will know when someone is using science to cheat you, and you will know what you can use science for. So many businessmen, they are not scientists themselves, but because they understand the essence, they will employ scientists to do certain things or the other. So we need this understanding. The church, especially the church, there are so many things that are going on behind the hood. The church needs to know that this type of technology, this type of application, this type of way of doing things, this type of technological way of doing things, these are the implications. This is what means, so that everybody can be guided. Because there are certain things people price, they take advantage of the fact that you are ignorant of certain things, and they use that one to attack you without even knowing. So, but if you understand what that thing is all about, you will know how to get set, to get steady, or to prepare in case of either attack or support. You know which stance to take. So these are some of the reasons why I take to well, to engineering and science in general. Thank you.
Okay. What do you think is the fundamental difference between, now you said your choice was informed by your love for numbers. I hope I got you right.
You got me.
Yeah. Now, what do you think is the fundamental difference between the what informed your choice then and how students today or youth today, you understand, plunge themselves into careers? Do you think there's any fundamental difference?
Repeat that question again, sir.
Yeah, I said what the you said your love for mathematics was what informed your choice of a career.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
exactly.
said now that module, do you think that it is the same model that youth today use to select or go into careers these days?
Oh, thank you very much. You see, we have so much work to do this current generation we are in,
Okay.
because majority of young people don't seems to have a reason for doing what they are doing.
Okay.
You know, most of the people now, they now do things because of the gratification.
Hmm.
People do what they do because of immediate gratification.
Hmm.
They don't do it because of impact.
Yeah.
You know, they don't do it because of impact.
Hmm.
You know, when I told you that as a result of my love for mathematics or for number in
Mathematics.
general,
Yeah.
that was the reason why I chose engineering.
Hmm.
Now, you know, I discovered that nature seems to be built, to be made up of numbers.
Hmm.
And most of the things human beings are able to do today, it is because they can copy nature. There
Hmm.
is nothing human being invented successfully today that
Yeah.
is not copied from nature.
Well.
So if number is the building blocks of nature,
Okay.
and then copying nature is what you need to actually even fulfill existence,
Hmm.
then why not go into it and make sure more people know about it, and they
Hmm.
will be able to fulfill existence. So I am into science because number one, I want science has a way of alleviating poverty if
Hmm.
you know how to appropriate it very well.
Create it
Because
very.
it is through science that you are going to, yes, it is through science that you are going to build capitals that
Hmm.
will now be giving you the means through which you will be living life.
Hmm.
So if two different group of people understand science very well, they can come up with different ideas that will cause changes, that will cause improvement to to the way people are living.
Yeah.
So, and that is a life of impact. I am into science to impact, but I am not there because of the immediate money that I will gather and then flex around and feel like I am on top of the world. No, that's not the reason. The reason is that number one, that human condition will be improved, and the knowledge will be democratized, and nobody will be able to lord it on the other one. Because if what I know, superior thing that I know, you also know it, I cannot be bamboozling you around.
Yeah.
But if what I know is so superior and you don't know everything about it, I will bully you and you will not be
Hmm.
able to do anything.
Yeah.
If what I know, you also know, I cannot bully you.
Yeah.
Even if I threaten you and say, oh, I will do this against you, I will do, you too, you say, come. Me too. When you do your own, I will do my own.
My
Because
own.
we are equally knowledgeable, we are equally powerful. And as a result of that, there will be justice and peace.
Hmm.
Because sometimes peace is not in the absence of war. It
Hmm.
is when two of you have shown yourself your worth, your power, your worth. Then when you know that you are equal, then you will know that next time you will not go and trespass to that
Hmm.
person. So
Hmm.
you will have respect for each other. So I want knowledge to be so democratized so that we be use it to attain peace. Thank you.
Thank you very much. If I understand everything that you've been saying so far, one begins to wonder why development is stifled in this part of the world. I guess because we are not appropriating science, just as it's trying to use your words. You said there's a misappropriation of the knowledge accumulated through science. Uh, so for if you are just joining us, this is Voice in the Wilderness live, and today we are discussing rapid evolution of technology in the 21st century. Is AI a blessing or a curse? The worries of a child of God. Um, as Yorubas would say, ibi à ń lọ kò jìn, ibi à ń yà ló pọ̀. But you have to branch these areas. Uh, you have to branch these areas so that we have a good foundation, a good launch pad, okay, to launch into the place that we're actually targeted. My next question, before we go into your goals that you have set for yourself, um, can you talk about your opinions of how much technology has developed in recent times? Remember, we are trying to relate the development of technology and how it affects the church in general. So, what is your own general assessment of how far we have come as it relates to technology? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, the moderator, for that particular question.
Yes, sir.
Let me start by telling us that, especially in this part of the world, Nigeria and good number of places in Africa, it's not that we are misappropriating. We don't even have the knowledge.
My goodness.
It's not misappropriation. It is what you have that is available that you misappropriate, that you don't use the right way. But we don't even have it. We don't even have that knowledge. That is the reason why we are consumers. A consumer cannot produce. He will only be waiting for the producer.
The
and
producer,
that one will make that one will make him a beggar.
Yeah.
That one will make him a beggar. But a producer has the knowledge, but consumer does not have the type of knowledge the producer has. So we are consumers. Meanwhile, the world has gone so far. They have left so many us behind. We need to tag along. That is the reason why we need to do so much to make sure that people that do not know, we show them up. We make them to know. We do all we can to make sure they know. Or a good number, a good percentage of our population should know. So if they know, it will reflect in our total way of life. Okay. Now, concerning the evolution and the explosion in science and technology, that's very, very true. You see, one thing that contributed to the rapid expansion of technology, especially in this 21st century, is data. You hear me right? Data.
Okay.
Data. Now, what is data? Data is everything you produce, every track, every trail, everything that shows that you have done something. Okay. For example, now in this digital age, life has become so digitalized that almost everything can now have their digital equivalents. Okay. So now you talk every day. You are on all the social medias.
Okay.
You are on phones. Your bank, financial transaction. You are on applications. You find that every area of life, every single area of life has digital equivalents in which it is being run.
Okay.
Your financial life is digitalized.
Okay.
Your even emotional life, love, this and that, they are all digitalized. There is distance relationship or all manner of relationship online now. There are the way you walk, even feeding, and everything, knowledge, everything is online. So everything human being has put online, has, has come to describe you yourself. You see, it is your action that is you. You are not you. It is your action. It is your action that is you. And data has so much accumulated that everything you have ever done online is recorded somewhere. And that record shows, number one, can be used to determine you, to describe you, and to make prediction about you. And you see, at the onset of digital economy that the world is today, I was reading one book the other time. One Google CEO sometimes ago, about 2015, said something. He said the amount of data that human being has generated from the creation of the world to 2,000 years, that is to the dawn of this new 21st century, what the data human being has been generating from the beginning of creation up to, say, 24 years ago.
Okay.
He said, what we generate between 2000 and this 2024, he said, is many times over. I don't know if you know that, if you got to that implication.
Yeah.
The data we generate, within these 24 years, 2000 years up to 2024, is extremely too much, far more than 100 times over what man has generated from the beginning of the world up to that 2000.
Wow.
So, Google CEO, and Google has authority to say that type of statement, to make that type of utterance, because almost everything, almost all manner of data goes into Google. So
it goes to Google.
Yes, go to Google. So they have data to determine anything here on earth. Where you are presently, they will tell you what you like. They will tell you what you hate. They will tell people in your surroundings. They will tell you the type of work you are. Meanwhile, you have not seen anybody to come and interview you. It is through your data.
True.
It is through the data. It is through the trail you left behind. So, and you see, life is pattern. Nature is pattern. Pattern is so much. For example, now, every form of equations, every form of mathematical equation, every form of mathematical expression, every form of code, all of them, they are patterns. In fact, it is the pattern that we are able, the pattern we notice in nature, and we are able to transform into something that we can use, we can replicate, that we can replace. Those are the ones we represent in equations and in expressions. There are millions of that are still in nature that we are yet to discover. That's to tell you that to the head of knowledge is not at hand. Is endless. Knowledge is endless. Now, because people are now able to get your patterns, living patterns. Maybe you wake up in the morning, there are certain things you do right from the time you wake up in the morning and the time you sleep.
Yeah.
So if all of these data about all of these things, then someone somewhere can say so much about you that even you yourself can predict almost everything about you. So it is this thing that come together to become science and technology that is explosive today. People imagine sometimes if you open your mail or if you just open a particular site, the type of information that will be directed towards you. You will imagine that it suggests that I like this thing. Why did they bring this thing? It is because when you click the first thing, you click the second thing, they can say, oh, this is where you are
likely to,
Yes, thank you. So because of that, things along that line, they will push it to you. They will push it to you. Up now, in fact, data, because of data, because of availability of data, people, I was reading something last month or so. They said now there's a place in the US now. They can tell you the day, the year you will die.
I think I saw something like that.
You cannot
But I've
say
not read it.
you
I
still
saw something like that, but I've not read it.
have,
Yeah.
you have so number of years to live more. Because they will study every aspect of your life. They have studied every aspect of your life. Every system in the body, they have studied the pattern and they have seen the way they behave. And as a result of that, pattern gives you information, pattern gives you insights. The way you go in and come out is a pattern. After some time, someone can look at it and predict you accurately.
Yeah.
So
True.
because of the explosion of all of these things, it has made science to be able to almost get near to God. Yes. Within the context of human limitation, science has grown so much that some things we even pray for, science can now offer it to us. The rate at which we will discover solution to certain diseases is so fast compared to some 24 years back. If it will take, say 2-3 years to carry out a research on a particular disease, now in today's world, it will only take you maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Because there's so much data that we easily give you patterns of how things are, and you can now make your insight. You cannot make your fat, take your fat out of it. Fat from one of the in Unilorin, the motto for the motto for Department of Statistics is fat from figure. Fat from figure. So this
okay,
data
facts from figures. Facts. Did you say facts?
Facts from figure.
Okay. All right.
FACT. Facts from figure.
Okay.
Yes, because the figures are data.
Yes.
By the time you amass so much data, you will now be able to bring out facts from it, and those facts are indisputable because figure doesn't lie.
Yeah.
It is what what is generated that will be interpreted, and if the system inside of you, what it generates, will tell about the way the system is working, and they will be able to make accurate decision or prediction about your system, the system of your body, or about your ways of life, and to the point that there is almost anything you can do, you are involved in or you want to do that AI cannot predict your next step. Because the truth of the matter is that those steps, those things you are trying to do, there are many patterns that AI has studied. He has seen it. So you cannot be, you are a human being now. So there are a general way we behave. So the pattern of the general way we behave, everything is now at the fingertips of science and technology. So they can use that one to train you, your behavior, your thinking, your disposition, what you like, what you don't like, everything put together, they are data. And they can use it to get you sentiment analysis, even something that can make you happy or make you angry. Science can tell you. Because they have studied you to that level. They can study you to that level. Therefore, some of the things that look like God, so science is becoming like God because, before you can no meaning, do you enter my mind? But this time around, science will tell you this is who you are, this is what you want to do, and it is only God that we expect that can say that and say this is what you are thinking.
True, yes.
But to some extent, science can do that now.
Science can do that.
Science can do that. So it is data. It is the explosion in data, and you can see even the way we are even generating data today. Okay. Look at all the social media. All the social media, they will do everything they can to put you on their social media for you to be creating content. But it's a bait. The reason why you see proliferation of skit makers, content producers, all of this time, it is a bait. It's a bait. It's a bait. It's a bait because all the owners of those social media, especially Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, TikTok, all of this, they want you to be doing this on this because you are further giving them information by so doing. Yeah. So they will give you money. They will give you money for what you are doing, and you feel like, oh yes, I'm profiting from this. But meanwhile, what they profit from that is infinitely too big compared to what they are giving you. So they will make sure they give you certain things, that will make you to come and come and come and come, and you'll be doing so many. Some people, if they want to eat, they put it on social media. Some people, if they want to go to bed, they put it on social media. So you feel that at the end of the day.
Oh my goodness, we lost him. I guess you connect back. Yeah, I hope we're enjoying ourselves. Um, it's been Voice in the Wilderness, and the topic for today is rapid evolution of technology in the 21st century. Is AI a blessing, or this is what we have been discussing? This is what we have been discussing. We just lost. I'm sure you will come back on shortly. Let me try to place a call to him to see what is happening. We'll be back in Voice in the Wilderness Live. Thank you for joining. We shall be back shortly. Yeah, okay. I think he's back now. Sorry for that disconnect.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, sir. So yeah, you were saying
data is the basis for the explosion of science and technology
of
today.
science and
That's what I
technology.
want to bring out.
Yeah, yeah. You now that you have mentioned it, I'll just go straight into this question. Eh? Um, w- please. Yeah, you have been saying data. You have been saying data. Yes, some people might understand what you are talking about, and some people might not. Okay, and I know that you are going to still add more flesh to it later. But let's talk about AI for a second. Let's talk about AI for a second. What's your opinion about AI?
Thank you very much. You see, for you to understand my opinion about AI,
Yes, sir.
it is just important that I give you a summary of how AI became what it is today.
What it became, what it is
Number
today.
one, yes. AI has 6 stages.
Okay.
Yes, AI has 6 stages right from the beginning. You see, at the beginning of the introduction of computer,
Okay.
the day you start using computer to do 1+1, 2+2,
Okay.
you have started AI. Only that at a very small level.
Small level. Okay.
Because it's all about intelligence. What is intelligence? Intelligence is the ability to comprehend, to understand and profit from your experience. That is intelligence. You know, why do we call it artificial intelligence? We call it artificial intelligence because it is intelligence generated, it's human generated intelligence.
Yeah.
Not
okay.
God.
All right. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not God, the intelligence we grow to
We
know
inherited from
by
God.
intuition. we inherited as a human being. But
Yeah.
this is something we think about.
Okay.
It's an intelligence we think about how to gather, and we are gathering it. Ability to use our own understanding to create an intelligence that is near, that is almost like intelligence of natural human being.
Yes.
That is the reason why I call it artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence.
Because it's not God made.
Yes.
It's not God made, it's man made. That's the reason why we call it artificial intelligence. So the day human beings start, the way human beings start using computer, build computer to start using it to hasten, to fasting is task. AI has treated already. So that stage, the early stage of computer, that is the early stage of, I will liken to learning ABCD.
Okay.
That is the early age of learning ABCD.
Okay.
Then it's now increased after some point, when people started facing it, I say, so if a computer can fasting, can hasten, this can hasten, that. They did more, they put more intelligence to it, and then it grows to the point where, so now I will liken computer to that robot. I will liken computer to robot now. So computer can do 2+2, 3+3, and help us to handle it easily. That's stage one. So that stage of doing 2+2 is ABCD of artificial intelligence. Then the second level is the after learning ABCD, the next thing is to learn words.
Okay.
Is to learn words. That's when I give you say, hey, go there. When you go there, turn right and come back. It is not just do this. You are at the point. But now I can now ask you to move forward and come back. So you learn word. Computer can learn word. You can beyond ordinary number. You can give some instruction to computer, and computer is what we call automation. Automation. The computer will do it for you. Then the third stage is like reading a book. You have learned ABCD. You have learned words. And now you are now able to read. Yes, you are now able to read books. That is another stage of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is all about learning patterns. I've been talking about patterns before.
Yeah, you talked about data.
Yes. Yes. It is learning. This time around, you are not just learning. You are not just learning words. You are not just learning rules. That rules, someone is still guiding you. But this time around, you are not learning patterns. What look like what? If you see this, what does it mean? If this pattern is what you see, this is the interpretation it means. So you are learning patterns. That reading books is what we call machine learning, where you grow to the level of reading books on your own. When you are able to read book on your own, you are winning from someone giving you instruction. You are gathering information on your own. Then that is what we call machine learning. Then the fourth stage is now that you are able to read book, you can now converse with me that own you. Me that own that computer. Computer can now converse with me. That ability for computer to talk with me, that is what we call natural language processing. Natural language processing. Ability to talk to someone else. Before, if you be give you instruction, it's like a growing child. A growing child will say, Baba, my mama, we start putting his words together. Before you know it, it will now be coherent. And before you know it, it now starts adding intelligence to the way he speaks or he or she speaks.
Yeah.
So, at this fourth stage, computer can start talking to people. And that level is where we have this generative trained. Yeah, that's what we call GPT today. Generative trained processing, GPT. That is what we call natural language processing. That is what they use in chatting. When you are chatting with a machine, chatbot. When they say no, chat with when you are at a particular place, they will say instead of talking to human being, you talk to machine, and you'll be chatting with a machine. A machine will be returning back information to you as if you are chatting with human being. That is stage 4 of artificial intelligence. Ability for machine to talk to you, talk forth and back. You and machine will be talking, and it will look as if you are talking to a human being like yourself. So that is natural language processing stage. It's an advanced stage. Then the fifth stage is ability to, when a machine can now start playing it. Imagine a machine go onto a football field and start playing like Ronaldo, and even play better than Messi. You know that it has gone deep. So the application of the way the brain is wired, application of the way the brain is bright, that is what we call deep learning. When you go and seek intelligence of how the brain works and you apply it artificially, we call that one deep learning. So at that level, AI, artificial intelligence, can play games and even beat you at games. Then the last stage where we are presently is that artificial intelligence can now imagine and start drawing. You just say, AI, draw me fly in the sky holding to an aeroplane, and before you know it, in your presence, it will produce it. You will see yourself flying holding to an aeroplane. That means artificial intelligence now has imagination. It can now create. It can now do things. So these are the stages of artificial intelligence, which means that is a copying of human nature.
Yeah.
A near exact copy of human nature.
Yeah, exactly.
And that one cause, yes, it will cause for concern, because now, especially for Christians, Now, what you need God for, you probably don't need Him for it again. Then people will start challenging God. People will start asking questions. They will say, after all, because some things you pray for before. Now, artificial intelligence can do it. If any disease break out today, let me tell you, in the next 3-4 days, they will know about the disease, they will know the cause, and they will know how to handle that disease. Because of too much data that is around. They will gather and that is what they use in healthcare. Everything is there. We even operation and that diagnosis can even be done online now, telemetrically. You can stay here in Nigeria and a doctor will be operating you right in America.
Yeah.
And everything will be successful at the end of the day. That is artificial intelligence. That is the level of artificial intelligence. So sometimes you don't even pray for some things again. And then it will get to a point where we'll be questioning the sanctity of human dignity. Because you find that almost everything that is in you, the way you think, the way you feel, the way you imagine, artificial intelligence is getting closer to that level. Is improving to that level. In fact, let me tell you one thing. I also read this thing, especially I think from Google. Yeah, it's from Google. When they were developing their own artificial intelligence too.
Yeah, Gemini.
There is a particular line. Yes, there is a particular line of their intelligence that they have to shut them. Why did they shut it down? When after training that system.
Yeah.
The system now start talking exactly. What is your feelings about the world? What do you think is the future of the world? And that intelligence starts saying some very, very deep thing. The person that is interviewing this system just shut it down. Artificial intelligence is getting to the point where it's becoming sentience. When they say a system becomes sentience, means the system is now having soul. A machine is now having soul. It's now having consciousness. A machine has developed the point of having soul and having consciousness.
Yeah, I can totally
almost every time. And almost all my life, most important part of my life is online. I have trail online, I have digital trail online. But then the truth of the matter is that there are part of me that are not online.
Yeah.
There are certain things I do, I don't bring it online. So that creates that gap for AI. It's a gap for AI. That gap is there for AI because there are certain part of you, no matter what, it's not online.
It's like,
and because of that, AI will not.
It's like when you are creating a virtual experience and you want to maybe create a likeness of yourself in that virtual space. You have to take, a couple of images. You have to take a couple of images of yourself, 360. You find out that when you are doing that, if there's a part of you that you didn't capture, okay, you find out that there's a hole. For instance, someone was capturing himself one day and he forgot to snap his head. You understand? By the time it was recreated in that virtual space, there was a hole in the head.
You see?
So you are talking about incomplete data. I just felt I should.
Yes, incomplete. Yeah. In fact, that is you got the concept very well. That's the concept.
Yeah.
So that concept is still there. AI will still not be able to totally 100% be able to predict you because there are certain parts of you that are not online. And then that humanness, that uniqueness of being human being that can think diversely and in almost unimaginable way. That thing is still in you.
Yeah.
It's still in you beyond what AI can capture immediately.
Yeah.
So you have intuition. AI may not have that type of intuition. AI is like of course, it's a robot. It does not. It does where they has it to go is where it goes. But you
only replicate.
If something is to happen to you, you can
data.
Yeah, exactly. You can replicate. So, but they can ask you to go somewhere, but when you get there and you know something is going to happen, you behave certain way just to protect yourself. be
True,
against
true,
whatever instruction someone would have given to you.
true.
So that type of instruction, you will still have it.
Yeah.
So, but there is this leverage. There is
Yes.
this leverage AI has given every man.
Yes.
So if you have idea, AI can help you balloon it.
Yes.
Certain things that will take you weeks to do, you cannot do it in hours. So if you are creative, if you are personally creative enough, if you are ingenious, if you are innovator, if you are an innovator, AIs we balloon your efforts. We help you blow your efforts so that things that will take you so long and cost you so much, you can now fine tune it within a very short time and come out with a powerful product or powerful service. So that leverage is there. Then two, evangelism, mission and evangelism. AI can also help us. Look at different way people produce content today. Most of the content that have been produced today, majority of it are done with AI. Not even the traditional way of digital way of doing things before.
Yeah.
AI, almost everything that anybody can automate, use a physical hand to put together. AI it is just command, it's a prompting. Just give a prompt to AI. It will produce everything for you. So, and we can be creative. Now, we can stay here and be preaching to anybody everywhere on earth.
Yeah, true.
That one is there. So that aspect of AI is also there. Then AI can help us in health care, immediate solution to health problems. AI help us. So AI is all about who is using it and what is he using it for.
What is it for? Thank you so very much, sir. I cite all of you that are watching live. You can drop your questions whenever you have them. I wish I'd call out some of them anyway, but whenever you drop your questions, we shall ask our guests to treat it. We appreciate you, all of you that are watching us. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. We are gradually going to the end of this program, and I know that we have all learned a lot. But we wouldn't do justice to this program if we know the background of our guests. He has said so much. He has said so much. We would still like to know, in the coming years as a professional, where do you intend plugging and plunging yourself into? And how do you think your decisions as a professional helps the society, which the church also has a great stake in? I hope you understand my question, sir.
I got a
We'd like to
question.
know.
Yes.
We've learned so much from all you've talked about, so much, and it has given us an insight of the kind of person and the kind of passion that you have as an individual. So we'd like to know, those goals that you have. You have mentioned in the beginning of this program that in the scale of things where science is involved, where technology is involved, that Africa, Nigeria is not even there yet. You understand? So, and since we have persons like you who have, in fact, I hope I'm permitted to call you our own Elon Musk. We are getting there. we are getting there.
We are really getting there.
So
Thank you
the
very much.
question is,
I got your question.
yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay. Well, you see, in the scripture, I like the brand,
Okay.
the brand of the sons of Isaac, the
Okay.
brand of sons of Isaac. They understand time.
Yeah.
They are people who they are intelligent people. Let me just put it like that.
Yeah.
They are highly intelligent people. Now, concerning where I want to, my life, the remaining part of my life is all about teaching and impacting. Teaching and impacting. You see, I compare ourselves, especially Nigeria and Africa, I compare ourselves with all these developed nations. I don't want to go to America, Europe, and go and be harden or be working for them. No, I want to stay back here. We need homegrown brains. We need homegrown professionals. We need people that know, because being professional is not what matters to me. What matters to me is knowing. My people perish for lack of understanding or for lack of knowledge. You see, a man said something. He said, he that know how we get job, but he that know what will be the boss.
Yeah, please take that
You know,
again, sir.
if you know what, he said, he that know how will get job,
Okay.
but he that know what will be the boss. But this, there is difference between knowing how and knowing what.
True.
Or he that know why will be the boss. Why are you doing something?
Yeah.
Why do this thing they are teaching us in school? Why are they teaching us?
Right.
Is it just a syllabus for their sake? What is the end reason? What is the end game for putting it in the syllabus? It's not putting in the syllabus just for you to go to school, JS1 to SS3, and year 1 to year 5 in engineering university. No, it is everything that is in books. They are copy of nature. They are work people before us have done. The accumulation of knowledge people before us have done, and they have bequeathed it to us. And that's why we go to school to learn them. So that from that point, we can take it up and make life better. For example, now, if Nigeria were a capitalist country, or if Nigeria were a knowledgeable, a knowledge economy, we can't compare ourselves. America is a knowledge economy.
No, we can't. But, yeah, we've got to be sincere with
America
ourselves.
Is a knowledge economy.
Yeah.
Thank you. We can't compare ourselves with America.
Just like Peter Obi would say, we are just consumers.
So we need to grow ourselves to become a knowledge economy, not commodity economy. Knowledge economy, because it is knowledge economy that will be creating capitals. Okay, can we the engine of a car, can we produce it? No. Can we manufacture aeroplane in Nigeria? No. Can we develop a rocket in Nigeria? No. Can we? You see, we have one unique individual that can do it, but we need a group of people that can do it, not just few people. The reason why America is different from us is that they have enough people that know certain things. They come together in groups and they are doing things in their nation. So we need people who understand this knowledge beyond what is written in the book. We need people who can convert it to tangible experience, physical experience that will cause change for us. This is what we are lacking in Nigeria. Our school system is not geared towards understanding things to the point where we can be free. We are only learning theory. Theory without practical is empty verboism. Is empty verbatim. Yes, we are just talking, is a verbosity. But practical without theory is also empty activism. When you are doing things without knowledge, you will fail. And yet, if you have knowledge and you are not, you are just full of knowledge and you cannot practicalize it, it's still not okay. So we need the theory and we need the practical equally together. Not that we just have the theory alone and nothing about practical. No. So we need people, because number one, if you don't know what an equation says in the book, if you don't know that they are actually talking of physical things around you, you will not be able to start thinking creatively. It is what you know very well that you can manipulate. The thing you don't know, you cannot manipulate it. It's impossible. In Yoruba place, they will say, the reason is that is you cannot write letter O with the bottom of the bottle. The reason is that even if he uses the bottom of the bottle to describe that letter O on the ground. He does not even know that that shape is called O.
True.
So if you are even saying that O, you don't even know that it is that. That
Mm.
is the meaning of Olefidi. So that is a good section of our situation in Nigeria as an economy. That's our situation. Meanwhile, the bottle is in our hand, but we cannot use it to call because even what is in book, we don't actually know what it means. If we know what it means, it will show in the way we think and we innovate. It will affect our innovation. So my own job is that I want to make people to know. I want to make people to know so that we will have the chance of, number one, freedom, and then living a better life, living an improved life. And then number two, if you know, you'll be able to guide your people. All of us cannot know, certainly. But if we have a good number of you that know, you are like a watchman. In the book of Ezekiel, is it like a watchman? Yeah, I think it's Ezekiel chapter 22. Yes. He said a watchman that is put